girls, and every here from Drake Wing Game, and Sunny Mountain Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with another Let's Play episode of Tian Wei. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chaining, we're up, and let's go! Big bro, don't cry. You idiot, I'm not! Which eyes of yours is telling you I'm crying? Hearing Ahang's words, Afei quickly rubbed his eyes, and with a choked voice he said, "But we have no other choice. In a country like this is the only way to survive." "No. You have the choices upon your hands. Just like I said, you guys need to make the changes yourself instead of blaming the present and pushing responsibilities and faults upon other people. Find a job and earn your wages properly, and use that money to cure your mother of her illness. Just like what your mother did, she worked hard despite her body conditions. For you guys, she's willing to sacrifice everything." Bro. I crouched next to the brothers and pulled out my deflated money bag, then placed it in Ahang's hand. "These are the remaining copper coins I have on me. These won't do much, but I hope you two can promise me to work hard from now on. No more scamming or robbery. Be willing to accept the defeat of this bet, okay?" Do you hear me? Alright. With a hoarse voice, Afei promised. Upon hearing his response, I lowered the pouch into Ahang's hand. As he held onto the pouch tightly, Ahang's eyes were full of gratitude. "You have a great older brother, Ahang. Make sure to keep him safe." You are a good person. Thank you." I stood up and sighed, like a heavy burden was lifted partially off my heart unknowingly, even though it won't completely disappear and never will. I work at Tian Wei, but we also have a brilliant doctor there. If your mother's sickness is serious, then bring her over. I believe our doctor will be willing to help you guys. Thanks." Just as we were finished with our conversation, the gentleman also finished packing his zither away and stood up, patting his dusty attire, then extended his hand to me. "How you handled this situation is indeed surprising. Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Qing Qu of Doxy Rumor News. Thank you, young friend, for your generous assistance." I extended my hand back and responded, "I am Tex from Tian Wei, also an author." "Oh, Tian Wei. I remember that as a commission-based organization for civil affairs, correct?" "I see you've heard of it before, Qing Qu." "Of course I do, since Tian Wei is infamously well known in Ji Kingdom as a dangerous and problematic organization." "Ah, such a reputation. Those two bumbling troublemakers, Chenhu and Colonel, are definitely the ones behind this. I'm starting to feel bad for Bayou and Mosea now." A flash of a sharp gaze appeared in Qing Qu's eyes, but the gaze quickly dissipated. "Oh, yeah, almost forgot." I quickly patted my robe and searched around and found the package. I was supposed to deliver in a little corner. I've got to get this package over now." "What's wrong, friend? Are you in a hurry to somewhere?" "I must deliver this to Miss Wei at Shengan Street quickly, but it seems I'm a bit, lost." The last word, lost, was spoken at a whispery tone that only I can hear. God, that's good. "I see. How about I take you over, friend? I do wish to repay you for your kindness back then." "Then, I'm sorry for the further troubles. This is but a small matter, nothing of consequence." With Qing Qu in front, I followed behind my new companion quickly. As I left the alleyway, Afei and Ahang's voices rang out behind me. Thank you, Big Brother. Thank you, Big Brother Tex, for your teaching today. We brothers swear to change ourselves from now on and find a job to live our lives properly." "Live our life properly." With Qing Qu leading the way, finding Shengan Street became a much easier task. As I searched for the address to find Miss Wei, a shop sign helped me to answer my questions. "This is the place you were looking for, correct?" "This is the place you were looking for, right?" "Thanks for taking me here, Qing Qu." "No problem. This is nothing compared to your rescue." I walked forth and knocked on the store door. Quickly, the boss of the store, Miss Wei Zhao Yun, appeared with an abacus and a ledger in her hand, looking at me and Qing Qu. "Hello, gentlemen. Anything I can be of assistance?" Maybe due to our extravagant attire, Miss Wei seems to mistook me and Qing Qu for some rich customer and welcomed us quite passionately. Greetings. You're Miss Wei Zhao Yun, correct?" "Yes, that's me. What is it?" "I am Tex from Tian Wei. Your father's requested us to deliver this package to you by today. Please check the package before acceptance." I passed the box over to Miss Wei with both of my hands. Miss Wei took it with a hint of concealed disgust in her eyes. "Why is this box so dirty? Ah, the incident during the delivery. I'm truly sorry about that. Sally told me to avoid confrontation with customers, so it's best to apologize whenever possible. Ah, that old geezer sent smoked pork again. How annoying. I'm already tired of eating it. The moment she opened the box, a smile on her face disappeared, and as soon as she saw the clothing layered underneath the pork, she simply stopped hiding her disgusted expression. My god, how many times have I told him not to put the smoked meat with clothing because it would cause the clothes to smell? That old idiot just won't listen. Eh? What's wrong? A few good clothing all smelling like smoked pork because of him. But your father said you liked the homemade smoked pork and prepared them because of you, and these clothes as well. What would that old geezer know? Besides, even if you like to eat something, you're bound to get tired of it eventually. No matter what he does, it's all for himself, refusing to listen to me for once. Just like this, no matter how many times I've told him, he just never changes. But that is his way of caring for you. Our family stuff is none of your business. That's my dad, not yours. And you're you're a delivery boy. Take your commission payment and go. I have a shop to manage. Miss Wei didn't give me a chance to talk and simply shut the store door, barring me outside. I just stood there, stunned and confused. Why did I make all the effort to deliver this when things turned out this way? I felt like everything I've done this afternoon turned into illusions with that slam of the door, losing all their meaning. Fuck, that's so good. Isn't that Dr. Pepper, strawberries, and cream soda? Oh my god. So good. Let us continue with our way. You finished your assignment here. It's for the best to not dwell on this any further. Qing Qu came and patted me on the shoulders while giving me a gentle smile. Seeing his act of comfort, I decided to stop miring myself in the sadness and turn to smile at him. You're right. The assignment's done. There's nothing for me to do any further. There's still some daylight to burn, so is there any place you'd like to go, my friend? I could take you there. Any place I'd like to go, huh? Oh yeah, I remember that the Archaeological Institute is also in the royal capital, and I've made a promise to Ming Jing to meet him again when I arrive here. I also need his assistance on the translation of those mysterious alphabets as well. I'd like to go to the Archaeological Institute. Do you know the way, Qing Qu? Ah, perfect. The place I was heading to is on the same street. It seems like I can accompany you a little longer. I'm sorry to bother you further with this. It's fine. Let's go. And so I continued following Qing Qu along the way. The Northern District's Shengan Street is seemingly long, so we had quite the opportunity to chat in the meantime. I've learned much about him after chatting with him. Speaking of which, Qing Qu, you mentioned you're from the Daxi Rumor News, so what exactly is Daxi Rumor News newspaper? Ha! Actually, I no longer work there, since there's a lot that had happened. I see. If it bothers you, then you don't really have to reminisce on it. It's fine. It is no bother to me to introduce you to our newspaper culture through simple descriptions. It'll help you to better understand our culture here. I looked at Qing Qu, quite excited at the prospect. Daxi newspaper office is only one of the many departments, and the main goal of Daxi Rumor News is to summarize all the musical performance and artistic-related contents in the capital, while also promoting new talents. Ah, so in another word, jobs in relation to cultural dissemination? Ha! That's right. He patted the zither on his back, showing a look of belonging and treasuring while looking at his zither. I have always been interested in music since I was young, which is why I entered Daxi Rumor News as soon as I had the ability to. No wonder why you're such a talented musician. You make me blush, young friend. After joining the Rumor News, I managed to climb the ranks with my skills. Despite having the opportunity to become a red guest, I chose to leave the main stage and train more talents of those who love music. Teaching and passing on talents, that's such a noble idea. That was what I initially strived for, but after a while, something happened. I left the Daxi Rumor News. Eh? On the first day of the dream, the people blindfolded themselves. They no longer appreciate colorful dancing. No matter how many injured flowers shrivel upon the stage, they couldn't lay eyes upon them. Okay. On the second day of the dream, the people covered their ears. They no longer immersed themselves in graceful songs. The birds would cry until mute, and no matter the blood leaking from their throat, no one can hear their somber cries. Why would blood be leaking from their throat? What the fuck? Eh? Yet the people refuse to silence their mouths. The mouth is the equivalent to the entrance of desires and the exit of sharpened blades, and that is all I experienced in Daxi Rumor News all these years. I don't quite follow. Tex, do you hear noises from or see the scenery of the outside world when you're asleep? It's impossible, since the eyes are closed and you can't really hear the noises outside when sleeping. But if a loud banging noise had happened, I would still be shocked awake. Indeed, the eyes and ears closed, but the nose and mouth stayed open. All that you see within dreams are illusions, and all that you hear are lies. You've seen people who talk while dreaming, right? Would you believe what they'd said while they were talking in dreams? There's a problem if you believe that kind of stuff, okay? But those who are dreaming would think otherwise. They who constantly submerge themselves in fading illusions will only selfishly believe that what they see and hear in dreams, undoubting and stepping further within. Qing Qu continued walking, but a flash of edge shone in his eyes once more. His gaze became so sharp, like a sharpened knife, and the more he talked, the colder his tone became, akin to the freezing air. That is why in Daxi Rumor News, regardless of heading forward, retreating backwards, or staying in the same place, there will never be any changes. Which is why I've decided to look at it from a higher angle, to see the truth the masses refuse to speak of. Even though I don't really comprehend, I can still feel what you wanted and express from all these. Qing Qu looked at me with a strange look for a moment before changing his look back to a gentle smile with half-squinted eyes. You'll understand someday, in the future, if you say so. I'm willing to become your wings to protect it, your future with me. As we walked, a singing voice in the distance disrupted my train of thought. Whoa, look! It's Shengan Fei Fan! What's with the commotion here? Are you willing to join me in that brightening future? Let us embrace together a whole new world. Even though the lyrics are quite mushy and cringe, the song does sound nice. Oh my god, it's my darling Fei Fan! Look over here, darling! Look at my please, mo dearest Fei Fan! Whoop whoop woo! Who's going to look at your ugly mug? The only thing in Brother Fei Fan's eyes is me, okay? Who are you calling ugly, you fat ass? I turned to look over at the bustling crowd. Unfortunately, the crowded audience blocked my vision. Able to see that so-called darling Fei Fan, I had no choice but to tiptoe and extend my neck to see. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!